So let's get started. Good evening. Magandang gabi in Filipino. So we're here tonight. I'm gonna share about the Philippines. I'm so excited to share to you about my beloved country, and I'm so happy to see your beautiful faces tonight. And first of all, I'd like to thank the Niskanen Hall for giving me the opportunity to share about the Philippines. And yeah, if you have questions or any inquiries about the Philippines, you can stop me in the middle of the presentation and to clarify things. I'm much happy to hear your questions, and I don't want you to miss any single part of the presentation. So, for anything else, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ian Dalisay. Maybe some of you wonder if I have like an Asian name or like Asian sounding name. So that's my name. For information, in the Philippines we have like Spanish names and Western. And yeah, I'm 19 years old. I'm currently studying civil engineering, and I'm a junior. And my hometown is in Iloilo, Philippines. It's like in the middle of the Philippines. Like when you draw a cross in a map, it's like in the middle of that bullseye. And like, so that's why my home university is called Central Philippine University, because it's in the middle. So I'm here in the United States, excuse me, and I'm under the 2012-2013 Global Undergraduate Exchange Program, which is called UGrad. It is under the Department of State of the United States, and it is funded and sponsored by that department. So first thing that comes into your mind, like, where's the Philippines? Where's the Philippines? So Philippines basically is a cluster of islands. It's an archipelago. It is bounded by bodies of water, the Pacific Ocean to the east, Basi Channel to the north, and Sulu and Celebes Seas to the south. And yeah, I have here a Google Earth map, and I recorded a tour to the Philippines. So let's start the tour. So that's the America, and then let's fly to the other side of the globe, the Philippines. So that's the Philippines. So as you can see, we're an archipelago, and we have 7,107 islands. That's only if it's low tide, because if it's high tide, it's 7,100 islands. So we have like islands submerged in water during high tide or so. So I'm gonna show you some neighboring countries: Indonesia to the south, and Singapore, Malaysia, and to the west, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, what else? Macau. And to the north, we have Japan, Hong Kong, North Korea, South Korea, and yeah, and of course China, we have that. So I'm gonna take you to the capital city of the Philippines, which is Manila, and also to the business center of the Philippines, which is Makati City. So here we have like the center of exchange, business and trade, and like Google, Yahoo, everything like that. So and yeah, so like the Manila Bay, the north part is Manila Bay, and like the other neighboring countries, cities, I mean. So here we have the Philippines is divided into three main regions. Luzon, which is the biggest. The second is Mindanao. And the third is Visayas. So here in Visayas, it's like small islands, or yeah, small, medium, big. And I'm gonna fly to the Iloilo City where I live. So that's the Iloilo City. So in Iloilo City is the first settlement of the Spain and Americans back like 1990s, and then in Iloilo City, where there was the first Baptist church, like the Catholicism boomed. So let's go back now in Fargo. Here are some facts of the Philippines. Facts. As I've said, we have islands 7,107, and it's an archipelago. The capital city is Manila. So here are pictures of the capital city, Manila, during night, during day, and yeah. So the land area of the Philippines is 300,780 square kilometers, which is somewhere between New Mexico or Arizona. It's like the land area, but because we are like islands, group of islands, so it's spread out. So yeah. Next, the population of the Philippines is 103,775,002. So that's like census from 2011, I guess. So maybe we increased by 2 million or so during the past 3 years. And 12 million of that works abroad. They're like maybe went to other countries, USA or other countries to work, like OFW. We call them like OFW, Overseas Filipino Workers, because one of our biggest source of economic boost in the Philippines is our people, which is they work abroad and they send money back to the Philippines. So the average temperature in the Philippines is 78 degrees Fahrenheit or flush, 25 degrees Celsius. So it's like the same for the whole year. We have like every day is a summer. So you don't have to worry about your thick, jackets or anything, scarves. You can like wear your slippers, wear your shorts every day, except for like super rainy days. Because we have only two seasons in the Philippines. We have dry and wet season. So yeah. Next, average humidity is 77%. And the Philippine peso is our currency, which is very colorful. So we have there, and the present conversion is $1 to $1 is equal to 40 pesos and 90 cents.
For comparison, like how much would trying to think of what's, like a loaf of bread or milk or something, is it more expensive to buy things in the Philippines, or is it about the same?
I can say that the technology is like the same, but the food and other like basic, needs are like more cheaper.
Okay.
So yeah.
Textbooks, a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper.
And like our text
10
messages.
cents or something.
So our system of government is democratic or republic. It is actually patterned in the United States during 1940s, 1930s. And I'll talk more about that later on the presentation. So our government is headed by the president, which is President Benigno S. Aquino. And there's a flag. I'll talk more about the flag later. And yeah, we also have vice president. We don't have the prime minister, but yeah, we have like the same system here in the United States. So next is history. So history in the Philippines, I can say that it's really rich. It's really, it has a lot of things to be remembered, so to say. So our history is really rooted, and it's really influenced by the Spanish colonization for 333 years. But before that, I would talk more about before that, or the whole duration of the history. I made a timeline for you. So like the Asian Philippines, we have early history. So early history, we have Negritos who came to the Philippines some 30,000 years ago. They're from Borneo, Sumatra, Malaya, and yeah, there were also successive waves of immigration in the Philippines during that time, and also Igorots, if you're familiar with that. So here, in 1521, the Portuguese people, or from Spain, was sent to Mactan to colonize. And the Battle of Mactan was fought in the Philippines on 27th of April 1521. But the warriors there, if you can see, before that, the pictures that you can see are just like, it was like made 2 years ago, so it was like how do you say that?
Reenacting?
Yeah, reenactment. So the warriors of Lapu-Lapu, so that's Lapu-Lapu, a native chieftain of Mactan Island, defeated Spanish forces under the command of Ferdinand Magellan, who was killed in the battle. That after that, there were leaders from Spain who came to the Philippines, and then later on conquered, the lands and everything. They made a kingdom and other government. So, the Philippine Revolution that started on 1896 to 1898. So the Philippine Revolution began in August of 1896 upon the discovery of the anti-colonial secret organization Katipunan. So that group of person they are like the revolutionary people who fought for the independence of the Philippines, for the Filipinos, and they want to use violence to take the Filipinos from the Spanish. But Jose Rizal came. He's our national hero in the Philippines. He knows 21 languages, and he can speak that. He spoke that very fluently. And he wrote novels which opened the minds of those people. But he was a reformist who really wanted to use not the violence, but the power of the people. But then he was killed because he was suspicious. Yeah, like he was plead guilty by the Spanish government before, that he was the reason why those people made the revolution. And then after that, because the Philippines was a part of Spanish, so to say, and back then the I'm not sure if you're familiar with the involvement of Cuba and America during 1890s.
Yep.
Like the Americans want a containment, like they want to get the powers of countries. They don't want those
Cold War.
countries with
During Cold War.
during Cold War. So Americans went to the Philippines also, and they fought against Spanish, and then the Spanish surrendered. And then here we go, we have the creation of the Philippine flag in 1898. So yeah, it was designed by Emilio Aguinaldo, and here's the flag of the Philippines. I will explain to you what this means. And as you can see, we have the two colors, the royal blue and the scarlet red, which the blue represents the peace and the red represents the war or violence. And the star, or the stars represent the three main regions of the Philippines, which is the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And the sun, the rays of the sun, these rays, it has 8 rays, and those individual rays represent the individual provinces which started the revolution in the Philippines. So the Declaration of Independence in 1898. So in Kawi, Cavite, that was the first time that the Philippine flag was raised. And yeah. And then the establishment of Philippine Commonwealth. This was also a part of American regime in the Philippines, where the Commonwealth was created by Tidings McDuffie Act that was also passed by the Congress of the United States, the Philippines, and it was in 1934, and then that was Manuel L. Quezon, inaugurated president in 1935. So, and then later on, the American government granted us the freedom. Granted us the freedom, and they set a date where they will give us the full freedom. If you can see, that's Frankie Roosevelt, I guess, and our president Manuel L. Quezon. So that's why during July 4 is the Filipino American Day, Filipino American Friendship Day in the Philippines, because they gave us the full freedom in the Philippines after 45 years of American invasion. And then the World War II. So after the Japan bombed the Pearl Harbor, after 10 minutes, the Japan jet fighter or airplane also bombed the Philippines, Clark Air Base in the Philippines, and then also the United States fought for us, and they won the war there. And after that, we have the People Power Revolution in 1986, which is the first people power with no violence. It's a revolution, the best gift of the Filipinos to the world 26 years ago. Recently, we have like the people power in Egypt, but they had violence, something like that. So it became the model of people power in the world, I guess. So here I have the national anthem of the Philippines, which is called the Lupang Hinirang, in English, the land of the morning. So in here, the video that I will show to you later, it combines all the pictures that I've showed you, and hopefully that will like summarize the history of the Philippines. And hope you enjoy.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Spanish influences in the Philippines, like I've said, the Philippines is named after the Spanish king, Philip II. They call it Filipinas, Filipinas, yeah. So, and then later on, it called Philippines in later years. So, then also the language in the Philippines. Filipino and English are the two main languages in the Philippines, thanks to American period. So we are English-speaking country, and we have a total of more than 170 dialects and other ethnic languages in the Philippines. So that, yeah. For example, me, I speak Hiligaynon. That's my mother tongue. But Isanolia talks other.
I speak Ilocano, so I have a different language or dialect. He has a different dialect, but we can speak one additional dialect that we both understand. So,
Yeah,
How similar are the different dialects?
very different.
yeah, very different.
But some words are similar.
Yeah, some words. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
you can like in my country, like in different regions, there's different dialects.
yeah, like if he speaks in complete Hiligaynon, I will not understand anything at all.
Well, actually, sometimes we call our language like Mexican, because we're like mixing, languages, like Filipino English, Taglish, and other good stuff. So we also have, like any living language, we have the Filipinos, or the Filipino language. We have also invented other languages like the Galingo, the other languages, like we have language in texting which is called Jejemon, other stuff. And then other influence is the Filipino-Spanish surnames. So if you can see, we have Bautista, De La Cruz, De Los Santos, Del Rosario, and other surnames. Yeah. So the religion in the Philippines, we have 80%, 83% is Catholics, and like 8% is Protestants, and some percent to Islam and other minority religions in the Philippines. I think it's the only Christian nation in Asia. Yeah, it is. And also we have festivals and holidays, especially Christmas. We really celebrate Christmas in the Philippines. And like I've said, these are Spanish influences in the Philippines. So we have also New Year or Semana Santa, the recent Holy Week. We also celebrate Noche Buena, like the Good Night or the Christmas Eve meal or so. So other Christmas celebration, All Souls Day, All Saints Day. I'll talk more about festivals in the later slides. So our arts and culture in the Philippines, because Hispanic influence is based on indigenous and European tradition, so we have also folk dance, and I will show to you a video, like clips of those kind of folk dances that we have in the Philippines. it like? So we're a tropical country. As you can imagine, it's like everywhere is like beach, everywhere is hot. So in the Philippines, our island are hotbeds of life with approximately 12,000 plant species, 1,100 land vertebrate species, and at least 400 coral species. We have this, and as an example, we have some species of feature plant. In 2010, it was discovered in the Philippines. Also, the biggest flower in the world, which is the flashlight, can also be seen in the Philippines. And it only can be found in Mindanao, the southern part of the Philippines. We also have the biggest fish in the Philippines, which is the whale shark. You can swim with the whale shark. Well, it's the biggest fish. You know that the whale is not a fish. It's no. And yeah, we have the biggest, and we also have the smallest, which is Pandaka pygmaea. It's like a grain of a rice. And Nemo is also in the Philippines. So we have fiestas, like festivals. You'll soon discover that we love color. And yeah, you can see it on our jeepneys, on our tricycles, on our in our fiestas. It's like almost every day we have fiestas in the Philippines, so you can enjoy every day. Yeah. So here are examples of festivals in the Philippines. First is the Sinulog Festival in Cebu City, which is in the middle part of the Philippines. There, they celebrate the event for the honor of the Santo Niño, which is like the religion aspect of the Philippines. Yeah, that's Sinulog Festival. We also have Mascara Festival in Bacolod, which is the mask festival in the Philippines. Here are some pictures. Yeah. Next is the Dinagyang Festival, which is in my hometown, Iloilo City. Next, other festivals. This is Parao Regatta, which is like the sailboats. We have festivals like this. They paint the mast, the mast of the sail. And then these are like the Thanksgiving Festival, the Light Festival, and yeah. So beaches, we have a lot of beaches in the Philippines, as you can imagine. Well, we have like pink sand, white sand, brown sand, even black sand. Yeah, we have a lot of those. This is Boracay Island, which is the best known island in the Philippines. It was awarded by a website as the most travel destination for the year 2012. I'm not sure, but yeah. Also, this is from Palawan, which is the west part of the Philippines. It's like a paradise. And then back to Boracay, Coron, Palawan, which we have also in the west part of the Philippines. We have like secret islands where you can have your own private moment in a big island, enclosed by rocks.
So looking at some of these pictures, is tourism a pretty big trade in the Philippines?
Yeah. So yeah, that's in Camarines Sur, which is also one of the best in the Philippines. So yeah, there you go. Survivor. The present season of the Survivor and the past season was shot in the Philippines. So they shot it like part of Camarines Sur in the Philippines. We have also chocolate hills. We call them chocolate because they really are chocolates in in your eyes. They turn into brown during at the end of dry season. So yeah, they are really, I don't know, delicious. No, in our eyes though. So there are legends that says there were two giants fighting with sand and rocks, and after they fight, they left their nest, and then there you go, the chocolate hills of the Philippines. And we also have Banawe rice terraces in Cordilleras. These are terraces, rice terraces, which were like made by hands of the Asian people of the Philippines. Like, yeah.
What part of the country is that then?
It's like north part of the Philippines. Also the Mayon Volcano in Albay. This is the most famous of the volcanoes because it has perfect cone shape. And I think that's like an active volcano, the most active volcano in the Philippines. Yeah, picture during night. And the underground river in Palawan. Underground river in Palawan is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Yeah, wonders of nature of the world. So you can find inside stalactites and stalagmites that shape like angels, like vegetables. There's no stuff like those stalactites and stalagmites are really majestic. And our lifestyle in the Philippines. Here we have pictures like the Christmas, shopping, food, cart, shopping centers, fruits. So here in the Philippines, we have malls. Like every capital cities in the Philippines, we have shopping centers. And then we also have the 3rd and the 10th biggest mall in the world. So I think Mall of America is like 11. Yeah. So here's a picture of the SM North EDSA, which is the 4th biggest. And the 10th biggest is Mall of Asia. So traditions in the Philippines. This is called harana or serenade. This is where the men try to win the heart of a woman or of her loved one. So he plays music and makes some moves to win the heart. And yeah, it's really fun.
Have you been there?
Soon. So another is mano, a Filipino way to show respect, which is very common. I do that when I see my grandma, my grandpa. So it's like grabbing the hand of the elderly one and then take it to your forehead. So we say mano po when we do that. And then, as you can see, we use po at opo in the Philippines as to show respect to the elderly. For example, we use this in the middle of the sentence, like kumain na po kayo, which means have you eaten, but with respect in the Philippines. So another example is we use that on the last part of the sentence. For example, maraming salamat po, which is thank you very much, or thank you. So we use po a lot when we say to elderly people. And we also have opo, which is a contraction of yes with respect. Because we don't just say yes to elderly people, we say opo, as we can do it respectfully. So It's like the contraction of two words. There. Yeah, there. Opo. It's like math. And also, when we call our friends' parents, we use tito, tita. So if our friend's parents' name is like Bob and Anna, so Tito Bob and Tita Anna, so to show respect. So there you go. One part of our culture is jeepneys. So jeepneys in the Philippines is one of the most popular means of public transportation, which was originally made from the leftover of U.S. military jeepneys or jeeps from the World War II. So we use that as our public transportation vehicles. How many can fit in one? In one, we can fit 20, I guess. But in the provinces, it's like there are people who
Sitting in the top roof.
Yeah, the top.
And when you're really late and the jeeps are full and you have to get somewhere, you can hang at the back or sit on the step, which I've done in college. So it's not dangerous unless they hit a bump, then you're a little bit dangerous there. But
Those are like
if you gotta get somewhere, do what you gotta do.
Are they like school buses?
School buses, kinda. But we use them as our school bus. But they're really for public use. So yeah. But every part of the Philippines, they have their own design of jeepneys. So in my hometown, we have a different type. It's like small but long, really long. And national dress. Our national dress is made of that one. It's like cloth but thin. It's because back 1900s, the Spanish decided to because it's hot in the Philippines, they want to have thin, for air to go inside and make you refreshed. And we have food. Yeah, we have a lot of them. Our food is a combination of Oriental, European, and American style. But we really innovate those kind of food. So, for example, this kind of dish is called kare-kare, which is the Filipino style of curry. Instead of curry paste, some Asian resourceful cook ground peanuts to make a thick stew, then paired it with bagoong, which is fish paste. So yeah, we have a lot of food, and I guess Ms. Amalia after this will introduce our food, which we're gonna do now. Yeah. So, just a quote from Esquire UK, Engineer Manila. It's like our food is like growing filtration that was turning into true love. That's they have called the food in the Philippines, which is, I guess, true. So this is, if you're really adventurous in your food adventures, we have this one. This is not just hard-boiled egg, but it's called balot. It's like a fertilized duck egg. It's really popular in the Philippines because every street you can see a balut vendor, and you can take it, break the shells, and take the fertilized duck eggs. No, yeah, it's really good if you try it, but I don't know if you're sure eat it. Because the U.S.
boiled.
Huh?
It's actually boiled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Because the fear factor here in the United States use this as one of their.
We were all saying we would have won that.
Yeah. Yep. And then next part. So here are some photos. So the Department of Tourism in the Philippines just launched this campaign, which is It's More Fun in the Philippines. And we have memes. How do you say which, show the Filipinos who we are, what we love, lot of fun, and one factor that binds us Filipinos is our sense of fun. And here are some features that would show culture, tradition, and fun things in the Philippines. Superman, or more fun in the Philippines. Double deckers, more fun in the Philippines. Cosplay, more fun in the Philippines. Yeah? Those are festivals. Staying up late, more fun in the Philippines. And that's the tarsier, which is like the small monkey. They have really big eyes, but then they cannot rotate it, so they rotate their head instead. So
You can hold them in your hall.
yeah, it's just this. They can be found in Bohol, Philippines, and other parts of southern Philippines. So making a splash, more fun in the Philippines. And that's in Caliente, which is also the southern part of the Philippines. We have like reverse raft, so you get like yellow and have like white water raft. Make a splash, more fun in the Philippines. Group exercise, more fun in the Philippines. Yeah. And yeah, this is one of the festivals also in the Philippines. Is the Montagyang Festival, which is in my hometown. And doing your own stunts, more fun in the Philippines. They have their own bikes, but they just use the gravity. So they use these cars made from wood and tires from vehicles.
Is that for like fun or is that actual transportation?
They use it for fun and fun.
Like how do they go back?
Next, other cafes, more fun in the Philippines. You can have your own island if you want. Social climbing, yeah. This is in Mount. We have it's like a mountain with, you can just go up and watch the clouds, fogs, and other good stuff. Amazing views from above. And frostbite, more fun in the Philippines. Yeah, we call this dirty ice cream, but they're not dirty. They just we have like carts, ice cream carts, who run around the streets of the Philippines because it's really hot and everyone loves ice cream. And then here, phenology, more fun in the Philippines. Here, this is in Cebu, in the middle part of the Philippines. The prisoners, they love to dance. Even they gave a tribute to Michael Jackson when he died. I'll show you a clip about that. The Americans that you've seen were the personal backup dancers of Michael Jackson. And then they were featured in CNN. Yeah. Parking, more fun in the Philippines.
Sige, diretso!
of address, more fun in the Philippines. Yeah, in the provinces, we usually do this. It's called bayanihan. It is where the people around your community help your, to lift your home and to change your address. Here's a video.
Oh, dapat!
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
And lastly, this is my favorite. Then we proceed. So, some tidbits. We have Filipinos in the international scene. If you're familiar with this, if you're familiar with Black Eyed Peas, Apple the App is one of their singers or performers. Efren Peña Florida, he won the CNN Hero of the Year last 2 years, I guess. And he helps students, children, poor children, to learn using his card. So he puts all his books into his cart and then go around and teach students. In his quote, we have, "Never lose the desire to learn, study and enrich yourself. Embrace learning and love it, for it will embrace and love you back, and shall enable you to change the world." We also have Eric Spoelstra. Do you know him? Yeah. So he's the head coach of Miami Heat, and he's half Filipino, half American. Those who watch American Idols, Jessica Sanchez won the first runner-up last year. If you're watching Dave Bautista is also Filipino. And Manny Pacquiao, it's like our modern national hero. It's like when he's in a game, it's like the Super Bowl of the Philippines. Like everybody stops working and yeah.
It's the policeman's dream when Pac-Man fights because there is zero crime. Everyone is watching Pac-Man and there is no crime.
And also, this one. Philippines is also a powerhouse in Miss Universe, as you can see. And yeah, we were in the top 5 in the Miss Universe from 2011-2012. So, and here's a video to summarize everything. It's called "It's More Fun in the Philippines," and this is from Department of Tourism. So it summarizes all that I've said, and hopefully you will get the gist of everything. And in the end, you're gonna say it's more fun in the Philippines. It's one of the list. It's one of my countries to go to before I die. So here's the video. Hope you enjoy.
Fun. Philippine Island. It's more fun in the Philippines.
Thank you so much, guys.